One of the easiest ways to cook eggplant is by simply roasting it in the oven. It uses a lot less oil than frying, but you still end up with that sweet flesh and silky texture. In this video, I'll show you a mostly hands-off approach for roasting eggplant, and the results aren't at all oily or bitter. The first thing we're going to do is salt the eggplant, which is going to draw out some of the moisture. Eggplant tends to soak up oil like a sponge while it cooks, so this is going to help reduce its ability to absorb so much oil. So first, I'm just going to cut the eggplant in half lengthwise. Now I'm just going to use the tip of my knife and score the eggplant into a crosshatch pattern. Now I'm cutting pretty deep, but I'm not cutting down all the way through the skin. And you can do a pretty wide crosshatch. Okay, so now I'm just gonna salt it. So you just wanna open up the crosshatch a little bit and sprinkle salt right down so it gets all the way in through the eggplant. Since I'm just doing one eggplant here, it'll use about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Okay, perfect. Now that my eggplant is salted, I'm gonna let it sit cut side up at room temperature for 30 minutes to draw out all that moisture. In the meantime, I'll heat my oven to 400 degrees. It's been 30 minutes and you'll notice that the salt has already started to draw out some of this moisture. You can see a little bit of moisture on the surface of the eggplant. What you wanna do is do this either over the sink or over a bowl and just gently squeeze the eggplant and you'll see all this water that comes out. And do this with both sides. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just gonna pat the eggplants dry with a paper towel. Okay, now brush the cut side with some olive oil. Excellent. Now the eggplants are ready to go in the oven. I've lined a baking sheet with parchment paper and I've got a few thyme sprigs and I'm going to put the eggplants cut side down right on top of the thyme, and that way the thyme can very gently infuse its flavor into the eggplant. And that's it. I'm going to go throw these in a 400-degree oven and let the oven do the rest of the work. It'll take about an hour for the eggplant to fully roast. You're looking for the eggplants to collapse and the flesh on the bottom to turn a dark brown caramely color. Let the eggplants cool for at least 20 minutes before handling. My eggplant is cool enough to handle, and you can see it's nice and caramelized on the outside, but on the inside it's silky smooth and very tender. This is delicious in dips like baba ganoush, or you can just serve them on their own as is with a sprinkle of lemon juice or a little drizzle of vinaigrette. Enjoy!